Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Danielle, just in case you didn't know, now you do. And today we're going to talk about how I managed to have a full-time income being self-employed. And that includes my YouTube income, my other businesses that I don't really talk about all that much, or I do maybe, I don't know. There are four main components to my self-employed income. The first one, not necessarily in order of most lucrative to least lucrative, but just the first one I wrote down on the list, is Shopify and website clients. Then number two, we have Rebellious Clove, my maker business. Number three is YouTube. And number four is working at Happy Thoughts. So let's get into it, and I'm going to break down all the income that comes in under each pillar, okay? I'm not going to give you all of the exact numbers to my income, mostly because I don't know them all, and they are also somewhat sporadic. Not all of them. I'll give you guesstimations on what I make per month on the things that come in regularly. However, I'm not going to give you like the exact numbers on what I charge or anything like that, because those are something that I really only give out to actual potential paying clients, because I don't need your opinions on that thing. I charge what I charge for a reason. So starting off with Shopify clients and websites. So I have retainer clients, which means they pay me a monthly fee or they sign on for a 6-month package where they pay in advance and they get a certain amount of time or things from me. For example, my 6-month package includes 12 hours of my time, and she just does not have any sense of this is a bad time to jingle her collar and scratch her ears. And anyway, so my retainer clients sign on for either a month-to-month program or a 6-month program. I give them a discount if they sign on for 6 months and they pay in advance. The 6-month plan allows them to have 12 hours of my time. They can spread it evenly over the 6 months, or if 1 month they need more from me, 1 month they need less, it doesn't matter. It doesn't roll over at the end of 6 months if they haven't used the 12 hours, but it does roll over month to month in the 6 months, if that makes any sense at all. The month-to-month plan, the time that they get is 2 hours from me, and if they don't use up the 2 hours, it doesn't roll over. It's up to them to decide how they want to use it. So that earns me about $200 a month. It does change. Sometimes people need me like when they first get their website done, and so they will pay me a retainer fee until they've, you know, we've taken the training wheels off. That's not a requirement, and I don't tell people that that is something they have to do with me. It's just sometimes they feel more comfortable having someone holding their hand after I've handed over the website, or sometimes they just don't have the time to manage their website on their own. Then we have one-off websites. These, I don't have an exact number on how much I earn every month because it's kind of sporadic. Sometimes I do have a project, sometimes I don't. Then we have e-commerce store management. This is a new service I'm offering. I already do it for my friends and for Happy Thoughts, where Tammy, the owner of that store, manages it for the most part, and then I just go in and make tweaks when she needs it, and you know, do the things that she doesn't necessarily have time to do. So this is, because it's new for me, it has no income as of yet, but it will be an income source. Then we have one-off projects. Oftentimes I will have clients reach out to me and say, hey, it's been a year, we want to do a little bit of like updates, or how do we do this, or we noticed that we accidentally deleted all of our SEO for every single product, and we were wondering if you could like do that again for us. And at that point I quote them a minimum of 2 hours time, and then we get into the project. And oftentimes we'll do a couple of things in that 2 hours, and I charge them the like month-to-month retainer fee that I charge for my retainer clients, but it's just like a one-off thing of like, here's 2 hours, it's going to take 2 hours, and we go from there. If it's going to take more, I will quote them more. Oftentimes though, they're small projects, and we just try and cram as many little projects into that 2-hour block as possible. Then we have workshops, and this is kind of sporadic. I haven't taught one this year so far. However, I will be teaching one in a couple weeks about YouTube 101 with a friend of mine for the local Kingston Economic Development Corporation, or Kingston ECDEV, and so they've asked me to help lead this workshop with another YouTuber. So I will be doing that, which is very exciting. And then sometimes I do a little bit of mentoring. So alongside with the Kingston Economic Development Corporation, sometimes they send me people who are looking for somebody to talk to about their online business, or even just like, I've talked to people about how to set up shipping for their website, and just like the troubles you can run into and things like that. And so they'll pay me for like an hour of my time here, an hour there. It's very sporadic, and it could be 6 months without anything, and then I could have like 3 people in a month. So now we're gonna move on to Rebellious Clove, which is my maker business. This is where I make recycled leather goods and other accessories out of recycled materials. And there, this is not necessarily where I want my business to be, but I know this will also always be sort of like a side project for me. I don't think it'll ever take off into being like a completely full-time income for me, but I like doing it on the side because it fulfills my creativity. So, my online sales, I make between $100 and $200 in sales every month. I would like this to be a lot more, but I'm happy with it just being steady, like a little bit at a time. Then I have my products in 3 different stores around my area on a consignment basis, and this can range in sales between $100 and $300 per month. And that really just depends on the time of the year. When we get closer to Christmas, or I have a store in and my stuff is in a store in a really touristy town, so over the summer I tend to make a lot more in the store there than I do any other time of year. So I could make a couple $100 in sales just from there in 1 month. Then we have Wholesale. This one's fairly new for me, and I've only had one wholesale. Oh god, I've only had one wholesale client so far, but that was about $120. So if I can get more of those and they keep reordering and things like that. Abby, do you have to be so disruptive? She's been alone in my room all day while I've been at the store, and it's just full of beans. Just beans. So many beans. Oh my goodness. Abby, please stop. No? Okay, well. Oh my god, guys. Oh my god. Okay, we're gonna ignore her. Can we ignore her? I really hope you all can ignore her. I generally can, but I don't know how you guys feel about it. So, alright, so the third category is content creation, and I say it this way because calling myself an influencer feels really stupid, and I am making content. So right now this breaks down into YouTube AdSense and also sponsored videos. So on average, my AdSense payout is about $300 a month. Now, it definitely varies throughout the year, where at the very beginning of the year, January, February, it can be like nothing. You have to make it to $100 before, like, that's the threshold before they'll pay out. So it's pretty disappointing when you don't even get a payout because you earn like $97 or something like that. But last year in December, I made about $1,400 in ad revenue. Sales, not sales, they're not sales. Why do I keep saying sales? But in AdSense, so It does vary greatly throughout the year, but it averages out to be about $300 a month. Now, the other one is sponsored videos, and for me, I don't do a lot of sponsored videos. I did recently sign on to a contract with Skillshare to do 9 sponsored videos with them, 1 a month for the next 9 months. We've already got 1 in the bag. And so if this isn't the sponsored video, so on average, I do between $100 per video and $400. That's sort of like the lowest and the highest I've ever been paid for a video. And so I'm just still trying to figure out how much I can charge versus, like, you know, getting the option for like affiliate income alongside it and things like that. It's a lot to figure out. I pretty much don't make any other money like guaranteed from videos, but there are other ways that I have made money in the past. So sales on my website. A lot of times you guys will see me making something and you'll go over and buy it, especially when I was like, it was peak buying masks, and everybody was terrified and everybody's buying masks. I was selling a lot of masks to you guys, and I get messages all the time, oh, I got my mask in the mail, it's so great, like I love it, you know, things like that. So that's obviously slowed down quite a bit. They're still available on my website if you want one, as well as a bunch of other things. And but that trickles off, or it sort of ebbs and flows, you know. Then in the past, I've made money off of merch, which I would really like to re-release in the new year, and have something maybe every couple of months, something different. I'm thinking just stickers or something small that I don't have to get mass produced, that I can get printed on demand, because I don't want to end up with a whole bunch of stickers that I'm not selling. I've made money off of affiliate sales in the past, where I refer you to a product that I love, and I would only ever refer you to it if I liked it, or if I'd shared it and openly said, I don't particularly like this, but that doesn't mean that you may not like it, and I share the link. I'm always disclosing in the description box if a link is an affiliate link. So I've educated you on that I will make money off of it, but if you choose to click on it, feel free. If not, that's totally okay. To be honest, you get such a small percentage from affiliate sales that it doesn't really make up anything, like pennies that you would make, or that I would make at least. Then in the past, I've also had a Patreon, which I shut down, mostly just because it was very small, and in all honesty, Patreon got a lot of the money, and it seemed like a lot of work for not a lot of reward. And I'm not talking like monetary reward, it's that there wasn't enough people over there to build the community that it should be. I have considered doing the channel membership, but I don't know what that would look like, and I'll look into it more a bit in the new year to see if that would be something I would be potentially interested in doing, but it's not something that I'm ready to do right now. But I would love to know, if I opened up channel memberships, would you sign up? What would you expect from me? I couldn't send physical rewards, I don't think that's how it works, but would you want like an extra video every week? Or not every week, would you want an extra video every month? Or would you want like lives, Q&As? What do you want to see? And then finally, does it sound like it's blustering inside my room? Yes it does. We have a wind warning in effect of up to 100 kilometers an hour. I don't know what that is in miles, but it's a lot. And driving home, it felt like I was driving through a hurricane. I don't know what driving through a hurricane feels like, but that felt pretty scary. So My final pillar of income is working at Happy Thoughts. Now, I'm not a traditional employee there. I am paid like a contractor, so I send her an invoice and then she pays me. We do this mostly because I don't necessarily work a set schedule. I do work the weekends, but then sometimes I could work during the week, or we could trade off. Like, I need to do something during the week, so I will, or during the weekend, and then she'll work that day and I'll work during the week. So it all works out in the end. Often at Christmas time, I'll work like a couple hours in the evening on Fridays when we're open later, then I'll come in on Saturday in the morning. And it's very all over the place, and sometimes I cover the store for a whole week when she goes on vacation. I mean, that didn't really happen this year because, you know, life, the thing happened. So, but it does, it is like a set, like I'm there every weekend, mostly just because that's when I'm needed. Alright everybody, that is how my income breaks down and where all my money comes from. If you have any questions about anything I've talked about, please leave them in the description, in the questions, comments below. I don't know. My brain just... Anyway, please leave them in the comments below and I will definitely try and get back to you. I do try to answer back as many comments as I can. And yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!